Hello, we're Group 6. Today we're going to talk about how to serve as a resource.
So, what does it mean how to serve as a resource? First, you must be able to deliver reliable and valid health information to the public. Second, you must be able to select which materials are appropriate to distribute to the public. Third, you must establish consultative relationships with your community members. Fourth, you must be aware of a variety of sources, including online databases and articles.
6.1 Obtain and disseminate health related information. 6.11 Assess information needs. The health education specialist defines the information needs of a population and needs to know where to obtain the resources and materials needed to effectively implement programming. The information can be statistics or community assessment research, as well as educational materials. 6.1.2 Identify valid information resources. You must locate the information needed to interpret and the findings. This can include all the primary, secondary, and tertiary data sources. 6.1.3 Critique resource materials for accuracy, relevance, and timeliness. You must determine if the health information source is credible and reliable, and be aware of the types of electronic health related resources available and how to make decisions about when to use each one based on the information needs. You must also be able to evaluate appropriateness and effectiveness of the materials for the priority population and assess literacy and health literacy levels to choose appropriate materials.
6.1.4 When completing this competency, it is important to use the correct communication strategies. This is why knowing your population is of the utmost importance. By doing this, you will understand how to best relate to them. So, for example, if you had high school students, it would be better to use something based on social media, music, or whatever they're interested in at that time. So, you could use a PowerPoint, educational materials, posters, or other events. As a health educator, you want to make sure your population understands what you are trying to teach them. It is best to keep it simple and straight to the point when conveying your health related information. 6.1.5 Conveying health related information to key stakeholders. On the other hand, it's also important to relate your health information to your key stakeholders. These could be community members, businesses, religious leaders, health professionals, and other individuals that have something to offer within your intervention. It's important to communicate regularly so they are up to date on all of your programs and findings. These presentations can be formal or informal and can be presented orally through a paper, a graph, or any other professional manner. At times, these meetings are formal, but it depends on the nature of your stakeholders. The health educator will want to be informative and knowledgeable about all their findings to present to their stakeholders.
6.2 Provide training. Identify priority population. 6.2.3 Health education specialist seeks the priority population for training. Considerations are who will benefit the most, who are primary stakeholders, which group will have the greatest impact after training.
6.3 Serve as a health education consultant. Health education specialists are usually asked by outside organizations to help with an issue. They may help plan or evaluate a program, deliver a program, or give educational seminars on a health topic. 6.3.1 Assess needs for assistance. Means This means having knowledge about the health problem, knowledge on resources, and being in a helping attitude and willing to give skills necessary to give advice. 6.3.2 Prioritize requests for assistance. Sometimes it is possible for the demand of services to be more than the amount of resources you have available. This may mean you have to prioritize according to certain considerations. 6.3.3 Define parameters of effective consultative relationships. You must be able to provide assistance internally and externally. This means being able to respond to information requests and organizing materials, as well as being process oriented and being technically assistance, such as in a contract.
6.3.4 Establish consultative relationships. You act as a liaison between individuals, groups, and healthcare provider organizations. You analyze and synthesize the information about the problem or concern and interpret it for the client. 6.3.6 Facilitate collaborative efforts to achieve program goals. You serve as partners, individuals, or groups who work with or convene with other organizations to accomplish a shared goal to promote the health of the community. This is partnerships, collaboratives, and coalitions. 6.3.8 Apply ethical principles in consultative relationships. The consultants must have a set of principles that define ethical behavior and guides their actions toward those behaviors. The ethical principles may be based on what's right and wrong and should follow the public health code of ethics.